everyone. Welcome to our live to celebrate 1 full year of Yoga for Tired People. I do not know where this time has gone. It feels like at the same time that it was just yesterday that I set it up, but it also kind of feels like this platform and this community has been around forever. I feel like it's just what we do. So I set up Substack in May last year, but it started off as just more like a little magazine, a yoga magazine. And then I thought, oh, you know what I could do? I could make it Yoga for Tired People. So it was this day a year ago that I changed the name and I started doing short sessions that you can do without having to change your clothes or get out your mat. Oh, hello to New Jersey. And I thought, what a lovely way to celebrate, but to get everyone together and do a lovely de-stress. So you don't have a de-stress, not a distress, de-stress. We'll de-stress ourselves, not distress ourselves. And as always, you don't have to put on special clothes. You don't have to get changed. Just make sure that you're somewhere really comfortable. You could do this sitting on your sofa, and we're just going to have a really lovely about 20 minutes together. So let's begin. I want you to lengthen up through your back, bring your shoulders up towards your ears, and then roll the shoulders down the back. Let's do that again. Bring the shoulders up towards the ears, slide them back and down. One more. Bring your shoulders up towards the ears, slide them down and back. And when you've got them down, I want you to just feel the weight of your shoulders, kind of feel, especially at the back. Imagine you've got little pockets at the back of your shoulders, kind of out here. And just imagine your shoulder blades are kind of sinking into those pockets. So they're going to stay lovely and settled in there. Relax the tops of the shoulders down. And as you do that, just feel the connection between your shoulders, your jaw, and your neck, and just let everything relax. Take a big deep breath in, and as you're breathing out, I just want you to nod your chin down towards your chest. Now, it's important here that we're not forcing the chin all the way down. We're just nodding it gently down so you're getting a stretch at the of the neck. And then you're going to let your head nod back up. Let's do that again. Nod it down. Now, try not to round in your back here. It's just the neck that's going. And obviously, if there's any creakiness or there's any pain, don't push through it. This is about releasing, not forcing. One more time. Lovely. Let's do that one more time. And this time, when you nod the chin down, I want you to just let it stay there. And again, just feel that connection between your neck and your jaw and let your jaw completely relax. You might even want to open your mouth and wiggle your jaw from side to side. And then you're just going to let your head come over to one side and then back to the center and over to the other side. So we're just doing that really slow and controlled. And remember, this is all about releasing the tension rather than getting the deepest stretch you can, especially when we're working with our necks. What often happens is our neck muscles tighten up in order to protect our neck. So when we're tight, if we force the stretch, sometimes that can almost make it worse because the neck tightens up even more because it thinks, oh, what's going on? So I want to move it just enough so that the body is like, okay, this is safe. I can relax this. And then the next time your head comes over to one side, I want you to just hold that there. Take a big deep breath in and sigh it out. Back to the center. Let's go the other way. Bring the head in the other direction. Take a big deep breath in and sigh it out. Lovely. Bring the head back to the center and imagine you've got a little magnet on the top of your head and your head's being pulled up towards the ceiling. I always remember, whenever I think about lengthening through my neck, I always remember something I read at the local safari park, which is that we have the same number of vertebrae in our neck as a giraffe. So channel your inner giraffe and make your neck really long. And then just let your shoulders relax down. And then think about those shoulders being lovely and relaxed down. And we're going to float the arms up over the head. Now, your arms don't have to be straight. Can you see how there's like a soft bend in mine? I'm keeping a soft bend there so that, because if I really straighten out the arms, I feel like my shoulders want to come up towards the ears. So allow the arms to be really soft and you bringing the shoulders up. We're not forcing the shoulders down, but you're also not you're not pulling them up like this. So you're keeping them down, reaching the arms up. And if you can, when you bring your arm up, what you might find is that you start to arch in your back like this. Now try not to do that from your back. See if you can do it from the arm and not the back. Let's do two more like that. Oh, I've sped up. Let's one more, slow. I am reading everyone's things down at the bottom, by the way. I'm just not responding to them because I haven't perfected that speaking and reading and talking on the live thing yet. I think that's next level influencer style, but I am reading them, just so you know. And then you're going to bring the hands to the chest like this. And then you're going to flip your hands and you're going to push your hands forward. And then you're going to reach your arms up. And you are going to do the arms back down. Bring the hands to the chest. So if you're feeling any pain at all, don't push through it. This is a restorative session. So we aren't pushing through any pain. Not that you should be pushing through pain anyway, but just be extra, like, think of the intention behind this as just exploring and being curious. So if there's any bits that you can't do, just don't do them. And then bring your arms up and back down and give yourself a little wiggle. Very nice. So you're going to take your right hand and you're going to place it on your left knee. Yawning is really good. Someone's saying that they're yawning. Yawning's really good because it means it shows that you're moving from your flight or fight into your rest and digest. So when your vagus nerve's stimulated and you're starting to move into that parasympathetic nervous system, you'll start to yawn. You might start to salivate as well. So you might get a bit dribbly. Relax the shoulders down and then come into a twist. Big deep breath in and sigh it out. Let's do the same on the other side. So come to the center and then go the other way. Someone's asking where the cat is. She's actually, I'll show you if you don't mind the mess. She's there, having a little clean. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So you're going to have a little twist in the other direction. Just move me back there. So twisting in the other direction. Let the shoulders relax. Big deep breath. And then come all the way back. Bring your arms out in front. Cross one arm on top of the other. And you can stay there if you want. It's going to feel like a nice little stretch between your shoulder blades. Or you might want to take a hold of the wrists or the elbows or even cross the elbows. This is really going to depend on your arm length. Some people find this quite easy. Some people need a little bit more space. That's fine. And then you're going to take a hold of the shoulders or just rock from side to side. Let's sigh it out. Always sighing. That's another sign that you're starting to come into that parasympathetic state, as if that you sigh. And then release the arms down. Let's do the same on the other side. So if you can, remember which arm you've just had on top, and you're going to put the other arm on top. And you're going to hold onto the wrists, elbows, or maybe cross one arm on top of the other and just go from side to side. Lovely. Let's bring those hands down. This is one of my favorite things to do. You're going to take your fingers and you're going to bring your fingers to that spot between your head and your neck. And you're just going to do little circles with your fingers there. And I don't know what it is about me. I think it's because I grind my teeth at night. But I'm always got little tender bits there. So you just do little circles there. And as you do it, just make sure that you relax in your jaw. And this really is this. If this is more art than science. I want you to feel what feels nice for your body. You're the expert in your experience. And then release that down. Oh, I'm getting a message saying my internet's unstable. Hope that's still working. And then we're going to rub our hands together. Don't worry, it isn't quite finished. Someone who does classes regularly with me will be like, oh, that must be the end. No, it's not the end quite yet. You're going to rub your hands together. And you're going to really get a little bit of warmth between your hands. And then I want you to place that over your eyes and feel that lovely comfort and warmth just over your eyes. Now I want you to breathe into that space there. Then let the hands come down. Relax the shoulders. And I want you to just sit however you're comfortable because we're going to do a little visualization. So close your eyes or look at a spot on the floor. A big deep breath in and sigh it out. I want you to breathe in through the nose and then breathe out through the mouth through gently parted lips. So like you're blowing bubbles with a bubble wand or you're blowing through a straw, but rather than like forcing the air out, I want you to just let it like trickle out. I was taught to do it like a puncture, but I think that's not quite a nice image. I can't think of a better one, so we'll go with it. So you're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth through gently parted lips. And as you're breathing out, I want you to imagine that you are letting go of any staleness or any frustration that you've been holding on to from the day. And as you're breathing in, I want you to imagine that you're breathing in brand new energy for yourself. So just whatever you need. So you're breathing in and then breathing out. And what's really important here is that we're not like gasping the air in, because what often happens is that when we start thinking about our breath, especially if we've had asthma or we've been a smoker in the past, when we take a breath in, we go and breathe in as much as we can. But it's just a slow, controlled, like you're taking a delicious drink of your favorite beverage, slow and controlled, and then slow and controlled out. And I want you to think of literally something you would like a little bit more of. So before we were just kind of quite vague, but this time I want you to think of something you would like a little bit more of. So that might be joy, peace. It might be sun, whatever it is. And as you're breathing in, I want you to imagine that you're breathing in that quality. You might even say to yourself, I breathe in, whatever it is. And as you're breathing out, you just letting it go. Breathing in and out. And then we're going to finish by bringing our thumbs together. So you've got your hands like a little shadow bird. This is one of my favorite things. People who do classes with me all the time will recognize this because I do it all the time. You're going to bring your hands to the chest. And I want you to feel that like physical comfort on your chest. So think about how we would put a teddy bear to our chest, or when we have a hug, like have this like a little hug to yourself. And there's no like exact amount you've got to push. Sometimes I like to do this, and on that day it feels like I want to be quite light, and sometimes I need like to feel a little bit of like support there. And then I want you to just sway from side to side. And this is something that's really interesting, is that when you I taught on a yoga retreat recently, and we did a restorative class, and at the end everyone was really chilled out, and everyone was swaying just completely on their own accord. And it happens if you ever hang out with groups of mums with babies. Swaying is such a good way to stimulate oxytocin, and it's just something we naturally do to relax. So just and self-soothe. So just let yourself, and again, there's no like, you have to sway in this time. Just really feel for what feels good. And if you want to, you don't have to, but you might want to put like a little shoulder shimmy into it as well. So you're kind of swaying, but you're also kind of dancing at the same time. And then if it feels good, you might also want to tap. So you're tapping and you're swaying. And you can keep your eyes open and you can just enjoy the sensation of this. Or you can close your eyes and you might want to count your breaths. You're going to breathe in for a count of 4, and you're going to breathe out for a count of 4. In for a count of 4, out for a count of 4. Very nice. Keep with that. Then let yourself come to a stillness. I want you to reach your arms up over the head, really lengthen through both the sides of the waist. Take a big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, just give yourself a little wiggle all the way down. And then I want you to take one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly, and just relax the muscles around the belly. So often in the day, we kind of clench our bellies. We kind of habitually suck our tummy in. This is so bad for the pelvic floor. So relax your belly. And as you're breathing in, you're going to let your belly naturally expand as you breathe in. And as you're breathing out, the belly's going to naturally come down. So if you imagine how a baby or a puppy or a kitten, whatever small animal of choice that you like, breathes when they're asleep, and how their entire chest and belly expands as they breathe in. And then as they breathe out, it all comes down. But it doesn't feel like there's any effort. They're not straining, they're not pushing. They just, and I want you to see if you can do that as well. So you're breathing in, let everything expand. And think about the back of your body as well. So you're breathing into the back of your body as well. You might even do a little sigh. And I want you to think of something that you can do today. So it's 7 o'clock in the evening where I am, but I know we've got people. I saw people from Texas. I saw people from New Zealand. So whatever you're doing for the rest of the day, I want you to think of something you can do that would nourish you. So that might be quite literal. You might think, I'm going to have a nice dinner. It might be that you are going to make time to actually stop and eat your food today. It might be, I'm going to have a Horlicks and go to bed. It might be that you want to ring your funny friend. Whatever it is, just think of something that you can do. It might be, I'm going to turn my phone off now and go to bed. And when you've got it, I just want you to make a little promise to yourself to do it. And there we go. And we are going to finish by pushing our hands together. And we're going to repeat that where we put it over our eyes. So you're going to push your hands together, rub your hands together, get some warmth there. And then you're going to place that over your eyes and just thank yourself for carving this time out of your day. It's not a small thing to do this. Like, it's hard to take time out of your day just for you. And I want you to feel really proud of yourself that you have done that. So, well done. Thank you so, so much for joining me. It's always a pleasure. And I can't believe we're 1 year old. So, I will see you all soon, everyone.